We're here with the muralist group, as I call it, for the mural on 4th and French Street in downtown Santa Ana. We have Chilo, that's what you go by, right? Chilo? It's Isidro, right? Perez?
Isidro Perez.
Yeah. Adriana, how do you say your last name?
Alexander. Everybody thinks it's Chiva Chita, but it's Alexander.
Okay. Yeah, Adriana Alexander.
Artist name.
We all have
cool.
names.
Yeah.
Cool. Jasmine's here from Santanero.
Just sitting in.
Having a cold brewski. Alicia is here. Alicia Rojas. You got Roger Reyes, Kimberly Duran, yes, and Moises Camacho. All right, cool. So, these first few questions are pretty much like general questions that I wanted to get down, and I think these are going to be addressed mostly by Adriana and Alicia, and who are the other head artists?
Moises is our leader.
Moises is another one, right?
Chiva's artist coordinator.
Artist coordinator. Okay, cool. So okay, then fine. So then within these key groups, and you guys are just mostly doing just the painting, right? In general, painting and all that stuff. Okay.
We've gone to meetings too, so they're pretty.
Okay, cool. If you guys have anything to add, that's cool. Just pass the baton. So I'll go to Alicia first. Then, just like I said, hold on to it. Alicita, fine. so yeah, just you don't have to hold it. Like I said, Jim.
Okay.
Okay. So does the mural have a name?
No.
No name.
No name. We were thinking about a name, but I thought we were gonna maybe. Some things change. We thought we were going to have the community try to name the mural maybe in the process. Remember? Was that something? We had a couple of names we came up with that night, and
I thought we went with the most basic name, Plaza Santana Community Mural.
okay.
Yeah.
Plaza Santana Community Mural. There it is.
That's just an idea though, right? It's not solid, or is it solid?
We had toyed around with the idea of giving it different names. I mean, we even thought about what was one that we clapped. Everybody was really happy. We wrote a bunch of names down. We were trying to exercise of what we wanted to do, but I think we were like, it's kind of too contemptuous, and we want to just be basic and go with
basic.
Yeah.
Simple.
So
say what it is. Plaza Santana Community Mural.
So that's really what I think it's gonna end up being.
Okay. How big is it gonna be? Do you guys know the exact measures?
It's around 35 by 40. 50 more.
By 27, about that.
50 feet by 27 feet?
About that size.
Yeah. So it's like 3 stories.
3 stories?
Yeah.
Okay. When is it gonna actually start? When's the first drop of paint gonna hit that wall?
Okay. So next week is artist orientation, and that's
Next week being what date?
oh sorry. September. Well, artist orientation is Sunday, September 15th, and then that whole week we're doing like the preliminary stuff, right? So like we need to wash the wall, we need to prime it, and then initially we're also going to put up some of the answers to the community surveys that we did, and we're going to just put up some of those answers on the wall, just paint it like very large, so people can see the process behind it and what those answers were. So that's like all pre-mural painting stuff.
So you guys are gonna paint some of the themes, some of the suggestions, some of the themes that the community has asked of you to put on there.
Yeah.
Just put it in writing.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, question and answer. So we had 5 questions. So do you want me to say like what?
Yeah. Send the questions.
Okay. So we had 5 questions in the community survey. First 2 were just basic. Do you live in Santa Ana? How often do you come to downtown Santa Ana? And then after that, we had, what do you like about Santa Ana? 4th, what do you dream about? Could be for yourself or for your community, for your family, but what do you dream about? And then 5th, is there an image in particular that you would like to see in a mural? So we have those 5 questions. We did community canvassing. We asked different groups to do surveys as well. And
what was the radius for the community canvassing?
The canvassing, we just basically went up and down 4th Street. So
Something on 4th Street?
yeah.
But there's been other people that have answered.
Yeah.
Different locations.
Yeah, so like when we're actually like street team out asking questions, that's been up and down 4th Street. And then like
You're just asking passersby.
Yeah,
just
pretty much.
pedestrians walking around.
Yeah.
Anybody.
people who are on 4th Street, what do you want to see on
The
this wall?
shops. You went to the shops.
Yes.
Happy.
How long do you think it'll take to finish this mural? As far as
We have 12 weeks.
We have 12 weeks to get it
12
done.
weeks to get it done.
Yeah.
Who set that time limit?
This
city.
It's a contract with the city.
The city
Yeah.
said you got 12 weeks to do this.
Well, they said, can you give us a timeline? And we said, well, okay. And we negotiated 12 weeks, basically. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did. I went everywhere, and Bobby, who's also part of the Santa Business Council, she owns a building down on 5th. She won.
She in the building.
Yeah, she talked about make sure you talk about the Santa Ana flower and bring the tree, and you know
What is the Santa Ana flower?
Jacaranda.
the jacaranda.
No, that's for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the jacaranda is a tree. The flower is the it's the one that they have
With the hibiscus? Or?
hibiscus.
Yeah.
Yes. And so we want to incorporate, that stuff, and also the Arellanes feedback is like they wanted to make sure that La Ciudad de Oro was somehow reflected of the time of the old cinema and how the Yost used to be a big thing. And so yeah, I did extensive conversations, not even in meetings. I went to these people's homes, I went to these people's business, we sat down for an hour, we chatted, I asked them, what do you want to see, what this represents? So, that was part of the reach out to the business community that's actually trying to fight the changes that are happening. So I thought that was like a really important community to go to first, and getting their support was essential, which we did.
That's the way you felt in particular. Did the whole
Yeah.
group feel like this, or was it mostly you?
No, like our whole thing in the beginning was, this is, like the whole idea of the mural in the first place was, this is for the community to put their images on the wall. That was always our point. And yeah, basically. And if you want to know like what the community said, we could give you some of the feedback about like what their responses
I have
were.
that here.
Okay.
A question for
Yeah.
the artists, a question for the guys that are actually painting and stuff. During which hours do you guys be painting?
I think we can get the wall like at 6 a.m. or something.
Yeah, we're
Or
doing
talking about that
two
early.
two
and late
shifts.
afternoon,
Early
right?
from 6. How early?
6:30 to noon.
To
Yeah.
noon, and then we're doing evening. I believe it's 6 to 10.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. But
So
I'm
6:30
planning.
to noon, and then afternoon nobody, and then 6:30 to 10,
And then
Right.
weekends, full weekends.
But are you
and then
asking
weekends all around.
how many hours we're gonna be investing into it?
No, well,
Oh.
you can answer that too. But I was mostly asking like, during what hours are you going to be able to see the painters, you guys, the artists, painting?
Oh, okay.
What are your shifts? Yeah, kind of. What are
Okay.
your shifts?
Morning and evening.
Yeah.
Morning and
evening.
evenings. So
And weekends.
And weekends.
and not during the sun
of the
hours.
people
Just to avoid the
right?
sun, because there's not a lot of shade.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Right.
Okay, cool. Is there gonna still be an opening ceremony at all, like you guys said?
Not really. We're kind of paring that down. And
How come?
several issues. One thing is that I think the focus should be more on when it's finished. So we'll do like a mural celebration at the end.
Inauguration.
Yeah, but I mean, we just want to be focused on painting. We just want to get to work. So that's what we're gonna do.
We
Yeah.
are gonna try to do a little ceremony.
Yeah, but it's more like
of
a
blessing and aspect.
yeah.
That's kind of what I was.
Oh yeah, we still want to do that. We're just not like making it like an event. It's just
Right. It's just gonna be just
Yeah.
a private thing.
Yeah.
Anybody who walks around and cool.
yeah,
They
exactly.
can come by and join in on it.
Yeah, it's just
So how does the celebration go?
the final one.
No, the opening one.
Oh, the
Aztec
opening one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why an Aztec one?
It's a secret.
Why an Aztec?
Does anyone want to take that or? Okay.
Chilo.
It's basically just the ceremony to inaugurate the mural to make it sacred, and it's for the community. So we want to do something. We don't want to do it big. It's just going to be something small as we start painting, and we don't want to make it into an event because we will have to pay a lot of money for the event. So we rather spend that money on the mural and getting the paints and stuff like that first, and not worry about the
So what's going to go on during this Aztec ceremony, opening
dancing
ceremony?
and just giving thanks to the 4 directions and
The 4 directions.
It's for that.
Yeah.
And so sage burning,
Sage burning. Okay.
Yeah.
more dancing.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the one coordinating this, or who's going to be dancing?
We're gonna find friends. We have a lot of friends that are involved in dancing. I know a few, and Moises knows a few too. He knows a few teachers too. And we'll probably have our friends dance and do a little ceremony to inaugurate the mural, like a private little thing.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, this is one thing I want to mention. This is a grassroots effort. You know, this is a local community of people that really care about their community and doing it. And when, you know, I'm not sure of how the initial mural came about. When I came into the initial call to do the art, we got to help, you know, as much as we can, and try to raise money and, you know, talk to the community and do the in-kind donations. So some of the things are, you know, it's an evolution, you know. It's things in progress. There are things that we're still going to be working on until the end of the mural. So it's not like we have the complete answers yet. And this is part of the evolution of the mural and why it's important. It is not a set-in-stone kind of corporate lead artist kind of thing. This is a community project. And because of it, it takes longer time. We have to reach out. We have to ask for donations. We want to make sure things become very inclusive, so it takes longer.
And just to clarify, this is a public wall, yes?
Yes.
It's city-owned.
Yes.
It's a city-owned public wall.
Yes.
Okay. So one of the questions I have also for all of you, or for those of you who would know the answer to this, is in terms of being in contact with the city, who have you guys been talking to as far as permission to paint and to, you know?
What is the department?
Yeah, Adriana's been the only one who's contacting the city.
Community. I'm trying to remember the name of the department. Community.
Oh, I think I might.
Her name is Terry.
Terry?
We've been talking to Terry. Terry. See, now I'm going blank. It's on my
I think I
emails.
get it.
It's on all my emails.
Yeah.
From the letter that they sent.
Terry something. Terry Eggers. That's her name. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Terry Eggers, and she's community development, community something department.
So that's who you've been contacting?
Yeah,
as
she's
far
been
as
our main
this?
contact.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And she's been facilitating everything over there. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Okay, so just pass it around real quick and
Okay.
state your roles as far as what you're doing with the mural in terms of anything. So yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, my role as in the mural is
Get him here. You guys do that.
artist organizer and trying to reach out to artists to get in touch to have them come and support the mural and help to build it, and so that they kind of can get to me, and now I just get in contact with everybody else and invite them to meetings and stuff. But anybody can invite any other artist, you know, it's not just me, but like I'm the organizer and director, so
Yeah.
Coordinator, right?
coordinator.
Okay.
The artist coordinator.
Yeah.
Coordinator. Direct, did I say director?
Yeah, you said it right. Artist coordinator. Okay. So, I am the project director, I guess. My role is...
You're the leader, Mama.
What is my role? I just sort of... Because like design is going to be what it's going to be in the end. Like the concept is the process, right? And how we go through the process, and that the process comes from the community, and that this is what is driving the mural. But anyways, my role is coordinating a bunch of stuff, administrative stuff, talking to the city, talking to anyone who wants to know stuff about the mural. It's all very general, and contributing ideas now and then. I don't know, bringing up questions for us to think about. I think I like to do that.
She drives the social media.
Okay, the social media as well. You do the social media.
Not all of it, but most of it, I guess. Okay.
That's your role.
Yeah, I guess it's my role. Project director and
social media and all that. Okay.
I wouldn't consider social media like my primary role, but you know.
But you're the one that does the Facebook stuff for the most part, and all the the page.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Updating.
Yeah, but I mean.
So my role in the mural is I'm in the fundraising committee, so I help raise funds and get donations. Also part of the outreach committee, and my role has been to outreach to the business community on forestry and the business council. And I'm an artist. I'm one of the lead artists of the project.
Okay.
That's pretty much my role.
Wait, hold on. Arena, are you gonna paint at all on the wall?
No.
No. Okay.
Well.
Yeah, it's a community. Yeah,
She will be.
We'll make her.
We'll make her paint.
Alright, cool.
Apparently, yes, I am.
My name is Roger Izar. That's just how you spell it. And I'm gonna help tickle that wall.
My name is Kimberly. I've been contributing with the design, I guess, with ideas. Also reaching out and finding other artists who are willing to be a part of it. And I guess I'm part of the lead painters and the artists that are going to be painting it, tackling the huge wall.
I am Moises Camacho. I am the leader artist, and I want to make sure the quality of the mural is high and perfect.
Okay, cool.
He's actually
He's also-
giving back to him because that was very brief. And I have to say, Moises
I can get you from here. I'll hold on.
Moises is experienced muralist. He's done many murals.
How many murals have you done?
Ask him about
How many murals have you done?
where.
In my life,
And where? Yeah. How many in Santa Ana or anywhere else? Anywhere else.
I need some time.
Was on more than 10?
In Santa Ana, about 10, private and public. Yes.
Where are the public ones? So that people know where they're at.
Just to mention it, I did one for the Cesar Chavez Foundation. That was painted in Santa Ana, but that was installed in Long Beach. The other one to mention is that the Phoenix Bird is a mural for the University of Philosophical Research in Los Angeles. The other one of the private ones is in the Revolution of 1910. It's in Fullerton. There's another private one is in a Millie's Bakery. It's a small mural.
Oh, the Mill Bakery, yeah.
Mill
With
Bakery.
Gustavo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's that one, yeah.
I don't know.
And you've been paid for all of these, yes?
Yes,
Most of them?
basically yes.
Yeah,
Mostly,
basically.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. And I've been painting. I have public art in New York and so many murals in Mexico, Durango, Mexico University. Yeah.
You've been doing
Usually I don't talk about that.
Besides yourself and Moises, because you said you've done some murals.
Yes.
A little bit. Besides yourself and Moises, does anybody else that's participating, has anybody else ever done a mural? You've worked on murals, right, Chilo? Which murals have you worked on in Santa Ana and anywhere else?
I helped with the first Sapo mural at the.
Explain what Sapo is briefly.
Sapo is community mural group based from El Centro Cultural and
De Mexico?
de Mexico, and they do community murals, and basically they do canvassing. They ask people around, and they bring different people together to come up with the idea, and then they go and they invite the community to paint. And I was part of their first mural. I collaborated with them. I went to their meetings. I helped to paint. I helped to lead the community in painting, and it was a really great process. It was very I can't think of a word. It's really hard to explain how it feels to help out, to have a community mural, because you get to see people that have never painted a mural before, and they get to experience what art is, or how it feels like, how positive it is. And it's a good thing for the community. And when I experience that, I really enjoy that. And I also helped out with another community mural based on I've worked on a few community murals. One based on the Latino health taxes with the group called, we ended up calling ourselves Vibrant Visionaries, but we started out as, forgot the name, but we had a bunch of names, but at the end we were Vibrant Visionaries, and we did the mural at Standard and Chestnut. Yeah, we did that mural. It was a community mural too, and we invited people, and people came to help and to paint, and kids, and we had kids like put their hands in there, and parents and everybody, like, we encouraged everybody that would pass by to paint and stuff. And it was just a bunch of local artists, friends and stuff like that, painting the wall. And I also helped out with the Green Project when they did the mural at the center of OC by Spurgeon and 17. I helped out with that too.
The one that's in the parking lot, right?
In the parking lot. Yeah, I was part of that. And just helping out, as far as I can. And I've not really led any murals. I just like to be part of it, and I enjoy it. I think you can't really lead any murals yourself. It takes like a group of people. It can't just be one person. Even though at the end you do have to have that one person that's like doing a lot of the things. But yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole process, with a bunch of people, because a mural is not just. Well, you could do it yourself if you're just doing it by yourself, but if you want to do a community mural, you gotta involve a lot of people, a lot of artists,
community mural is different,
yeah.
As far as
She's done murals.
as far as you've done murals as well. Here, I can't reach that part, so you don't hold it all the way close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Kimberly. I've participated in the People's Garden. I believe it's in Santa Ana, with the mobile mural lab. I helped out with that.
Which one?
It's People's Garden over by the Santiago Creek trails, over by Main Place.
Oh, okay.
There's a mural there for a garden. I was part of that. I've also done walls, but I mean the blue lot, that's mainly graffiti.
Right.
I've done that. Yeah, that was me. And I've worked, this year was the first time I actually worked on private murals. So I did I believe it's by Lathrop, a church. I did, I'm not finished, but I'm doing about 8 classrooms. So I've done 2 classrooms so far. Yeah. No, well, not in Lathrop. It's a church in front of Lathrop.
I'm sorry.
That has classrooms. Yeah, so I did that. I tackled one of the walls by myself, which was way too much work, and then I realized I needed a group of people to help me, but that's what I've done recently so far.
Roger, you ever done any murals?
Well, I just do mainly canvases or large paintings.
So how does it feel to be doing a mural this size?
I'm really excited about it. I think I've got a lot to gain from it as far as learning wise. But I mean, I like to work big, so it's taken it to another level for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna say, I just remembered I do have mural experience. I forgot about it.
Talk, Mama.
No, when I was in San Antonio, I lived in San Antonio for 2 years. And when I was there, I coordinated a program called Writers in Communities. But I coordinated 6 community murals, and I totally forgot about it. But yes,
It's a good moment to remember.
it was in the middle schools. It was I know, right? But anyways, collaboration between writers, artists, and middle school kids, and we did 6 of them in the schools.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, cool. So how long have you been working on this project? Since its inception? Since it's,
When did that?
I
can't remember.
Honestly, I don't remember. I came in after the initial call.
There was an article that came out on the OC register.
About the time that article
that
came
was
out.
when that article came out. That's when we started moving, because at first it was just a proposal, and she just put it up on her Facebook, and somebody from the register picked it up and offered us to have an article about it, and that's how that process began. And somebody picked
So
it
it
up.
began. You're saying it began because of this Facebook post that you put up.
It did. It did. It did.
And what was the Facebook post about? What did it say?
Facebook wall post just came up and said, "Hey, we're looking for a wall. Does anyone know of one?" That's it.
And the register picked that up?
Register picked it up. This was right after we did Santana Loteria.
And the big patchwork.
Yeah, patchwork. And the register, a reporter from the register saw it, and she said, "Hey, can we do a story about it?" And she said, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, that might help us find a wall." And so she did this story, and it just started a whole chain of events that led to this. Yeah.
So how long ago was that?
Right after patchwork. When was that?
June?
June?
Possibly June.
I have the article in my car.
Yeah, whatever date the article says,
Yeah.
it's right around that time. It's hard for me to place it, but
So who contacted whom about the wall? How did you?
so how did the wall come about?
Yeah, how did that particular wall come about? How did that particular wall
Okay,
come about?
all right.
Contacted who?
So what happened was this article came out, and we heard from Andy.
Actually, so when the article came
Yeah.
out, I posted the article on my Facebook, asking people to check it out, so they could see that it was on the newspaper, and so if there was anybody else that would help us to check it out. So I got somebody contacting me. Can I say her name?
I don't know if can we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Andy Rodriguez. She was a part of the mural that was that they
That's
did.
his Crow mural.
Yes.
Yeah, she was part of it,
Yeah.
and I think she knows Chase, and she said, "Chilo, I can help you find the wall, and
Yeah.
give me your let's get in touch, and let's talk about it." So we set up a meeting, and she helped us getting in contact with Chase, and Chase said, "Yeah, I guess he offered to help us to give us one of his walls at first."
Yeah.
But then it just came about that wall right there.
Yeah.
How did that wall
Who decided that wall?
So-
Who said I want that? We want that wall. Or
So
give
basically,
them that wall?
what happened is we were talking with Andy, and she said, "I can help you." And then she said Chase had talked to her and told her to get in touch with us. And so it was like this, chain of communication too. But we were mainly talking to Andy, and so she would come back to us and say, "Well, tell us which walls might be possible." And so we just looked around the city and said, we gave them like 10 different possible walls.
I want to know exactly who contacted who and in what order.
So exactly who contacted who. Okay,
what
so
order?
first Chilo put his thing up on Facebook. Andy contacted him, and then he said, "Talk to me, I guess." And then Andy contacted me, and then we met. And at first I had no idea that she was, thinking of Chase when she was, talking about, "Hey, I can get you a wall." I did not know that, but anyways, she said she was just saying, "Hey, I can get you a wall, and what would be your ideal walls?" And
Chase said that to you.
No,
Andy
I'm sorry,
did.
Andy
did. I've actually never talked to Chase.
we've never talked to Chase.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So anyways, where was I? Okay.
So Andy asked you which walls.
Yeah.
Which wall would you like?
Yeah, and so basically I said any wall that's accessible where people can walk by. And so at first I was just giving these kind of broad terms, and then she said, "No, really, what walls do you want?" So I just, we went around, just took some pictures of some walls that would be examples of walls that are accessible, people walk by, good for a community
Who
mural.
did that with you?
It was me, Deborah, J-Lo a little bit, but yeah.
Clear, man. I
Yeah.
need some skin in this game. I want that one clear.
We talked about it. I would say I was the one who mostly took the pictures. Okay.
You want to take the pictures?
Yeah, yeah, and then I sent those pictures of those walls to Andy, who then forwarded them to Chase, and one of those walls was that wall. I mean, was the wall that we ended up getting, that parking structure wall, because I mean, you pass by it and you're like, oh, there should be a mural there. It's, you know, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No intellectual.
But what happened is that Chase came back and said the other wall. So the plaza is like this.
Stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his wall. And
his wall,
so originally that was the wall that he was thinking could be the community mural, but then we're like, but
Yeah.
it's this other wall. So anyways, he ended up going to the city and asking if we could have that wall. And
Who's specifically from the city? Do you know?
I actually don't know. And we never even asked him to go to the city. He just did that. He just did that and then came back and said, through Andy, yeah.
Andy told you that.
Yeah. Hey, we think we can get that wall, but it's a city wall and we're going to go through this process.